Is a father in Garland County really criminally responsible for the death of his 6-year-old daughter? Police say yes, but he says it was an accident. On May 29th, 2023, police in Hot Springs, Arkansas received a 911 call for assistance to an apartment complex. Once they arrived at the apartment, they saw a man and a woman who were a mother and father of a child and a 6-year-old girl who was lying in blood. The mother and father of the victim in this case are Melissa and Jordan Chadick. Now, Melissa and Jordan separated sometime in 2022, so they weren't together. But Jordan was at Melissa's apartment earlier in the day on May 29th. Now, they started arguing, and Melissa asked Jordan to leave her apartment, but Jordan refused. Jordan, according to Melissa, her relationship with Jordan was already volatile, but on top of that, Jordan Chadick struggled with drug addiction and alcohol abuse. According to Melissa, when Jordan drank, he became more violent, he became more combative, and they started arguing on the 29th. She asked Jordan to leave. He refused. So she had to call several family members to encourage Jordan to leave her apartment. According to reports, whenever Jordan left Melissa's home that evening, he took his 6-year-old daughter with her. I'm just guessing that the 6-year-old probably wanted to go spend the night with her dad, and her mom thought that it would be okay. We're not going to run down the mom in the comments because this is something that she will live with for the rest of her life. She is also a victim in this. According to Jordan Chadick, he was carrying his 6-year-old daughter up the stairs. At the same time, he was also carrying a handgun. According to the police report, Jordan told police that the firearm must have hit his hip. He had no other reason for what happened, but for whatever reason, the firearm discharged and shot the 6-year-old. According to police, Jordan changed his story, and none of the stories that Jordan gave could account for the path that the bullet took in striking the 6-year-old and afterward. According to the medical examiner, the 6-year-old victim was shot in the top of her head and the bullet traveled in a downward path. Now, I can't really come up with a way that that might happen unless the father was carrying the head of the girl and the firearm in the same arm. But I think it's still just a difficult way for things to happen. I would have a hard time buying that that's how it happened. That's just my opinion. According to police, several calls were made by Jordan after the shooting happened, but none of them were to 911 or for any sort of assistance. According to the police report, several family members told police that as time went on in Jordan and Melissa's marriage, it became more volatile, and Jordan had done things like put a firearm to Melissa's head to force her to do what he wanted her to do. Also, according to the police report, family members told police that Jordan had started using methamphetamine when he was 16 years old, and he had struggled with addiction for his entire adult life. Melissa allegedly told people that she suspected that Jordan had possibly relapsed on methamphetamine recently before the shooting. According to witnesses, Melissa arrived at the scene before police arrived, and Jordan was heard telling Melissa that they needed to get their story straight. So he was already trying to formulate a story to tell police before they even got there. In August 2023, Jordan Chadick was arrested. He was booked into the Garland County Detention Center on a charge of first-degree murder in the death of his 6-year-old. Now, Jordan has since been released. He was released on a $250,000 bond. The court proceedings are still ongoing. Jordan Chadick has court again on February 5th, 2023. This was sent to me after it was posted to Facebook, so I wanted to share it with you guys in case you wanted to help Melissa. It says, "Attention, anyone who knows Melissa Chadick. If you know her, then you know what she has been going through this last year and what she is continuing to go through to get justice for our sweet Caroline. She has had to take a lot of time from work as a realtor to grieve, and the wound is reopened at every court date. I know she would never ask for anyone for this kind of help, but as her friend, I feel the need to do absolutely anything that's in my power to help her. Please help take some stress off her plate. No one should have to go through what she is going through. Next court date is February 5th, and the attorney said the more people in the lobby there to support, the better. You can give directly to her Her Venmo is at Melissa-Chadick-1, and her Cash App is Melissa Chadick 2226. Those are on the screen if you want to help Melissa out. And if you don't have the money to help her out, but you live close, maybe you could go to that court hearing and show her some support, that her daughter mattered, and we are all supporting her and rallying for justice for Caroline Chadick.